Hey everyone, welcome to the Vita Cast, episode 93. I am your host, Tyler Oltoff, and with me as usual, it is Kyle Wakeling. What's up, Kyle?
Not too much, Tyler. What's up with you?
Not a whole lot either. And we've also got Liam. Liam, how are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
That wasn't very convincing.
Yeah, just the usual stuff, day in, day out, going to work, playing video games, the usual kind of thing.
Sounds rough.
Yeah.
At least you're not feeling under the weather like Kyle, right, Kyle?
Yeah, not fun.
What'd you do? Why are you sick?
I don't know.
Who'd you kiss?
Nobody.
Uh-oh. Who kissed you?
Nobody. Me, that's the problem.
Aw, lonely little Kyle.
It's okay.
Well, hopefully you feel better.
Hopefully.
But anyways, we're the Vita Cast. We talk about the Vita. So let's talk about that little guy. And normally we jump into what we've been playing, so we're gonna do just that. Liam, you've been gone a couple episodes, so what have you been up to?
I've mainly been playing 3 games at the moment. So I'll start off with the main one, and that's Amnesia Memories. I've basically completed almost everything on there now. I've just got a few things left to unlock in the gallery, and then I will have platinumed that. So I'm quite looking forward to finishing that off and getting the platinum there. And then I will continue on to Danganronpa, which I am slowly but surely finding my way through the first game. It's getting a lot more interesting and a lot more intense now. And now that I've finished, I think I've finished the 3rd chapter. So yeah, it's getting a lot better. And I've also spent a bit of time playing Zeo Drifter, which was one of the PlayStation Plus games from this month. I love Metroidvania games, so when I saw how close to a Metroidvania game Zeo Drifter was, I was definitely more interested in it.
Nice.
But yeah, those are the main 3 that I played this week.
Well, alright. Let's jump into what I've been playing. And it is, I think, a decent amount. I think I just got to the very end of Shovel Knight. So I might actually finish a game for once. That's going to be exciting. Also, been playing a ton of Soul Sacrifice Delta, just doing quests here and there, trying to complete that game a little bit more than what I've done so far. I also bought the Ratchet and Clank collection because it was on sale, and I played a little bit of the first game. Not too much, just a little bit to kind of see what it's all about, and it's interesting. It's definitely old. I can feel that it's very old. But yeah, so I'll play more of that soon, hopefully. Also played a little bit of Resident Evil Revelations 2. I think I'm on the final episode now. Not really sure. I can't remember. I think I am. Anyways, been playing a ton of that. Also played a little bit of Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls. I need to play a lot more of it. But I've been really busy, sadly, so I haven't had too much time with it. What else have I played? There's something that I can't remember. And I'm not gonna remember because I really don't know what Oh! Maybe it was Killzone Mercenary. I think it was Killzone Mercenary. I think it was... Yeah. I think it was that. Alright. What about you, Kyle?
Well, before we get into that, I don't know if you heard while Liam was talking there, but like a sliding noise. I just almost wiped out my microphone, so yeah, I'm having a good time.
Oh boy.
Anywho, yeah, so I've been playing a couple things, nothing too intense. Been kind of tied up and not feeling the greatest this week, so it's been hard. But my comfort games, Tetris Ultimate and Hot Shots Golf, played a little bit of those, so that was good. Doing good, not like how when we last played, Tyler. So yeah, maybe I'll be a challenge next time. Also been playing some Amnesia Memories, just cleaning up one of the routes before I go on to another route. So trophies and all that bullshizzle. And also playing some more Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls, cleaning up some trophies on that. Just got the 10,000 kills or whatever trophy, so that was kind of cool.
Nice.
So yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Well, alright. We've played quite a bit of games there, so Not too bad. Let's jump into the reviews from this week and talk about some other games. So I'll take the first one, and it was Shimi Seriously Swole, which was reviewed by Zach. He gave it a 3.9 out of 5, and he says Shimi Seriously Swole is a game that is worthy of your time if you enjoy shoot 'em ups. It'll hold your attention until you beat it, but that's about it. This game, however, does not hold the power to convert a non-shoot 'em up fan to being a loyal disciple. It's a skip if you are one of these people. End quote. So yeah, I played a little bit of it. It's a fun game. I'm not the biggest fan of shoot 'em ups, but I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. But I got really far at one point and died and was like, that was fun, and I don't know if I'll go back to it. So, what about you guys?
This is the first time I've actually ever heard of the game. I think this was one of the very few games that slipped under my radar. So I'm going to have to do some research on this one and get back to you on that.
Well, all right. What about you, Kyle? You're not really into these types of games, are you?
Yeah, it's just not my bag, so I'll probably be skipping it.
Well, I gotcha. Well, all right. Check out the full review for more on that one. Liam, you want to take the next one?
Yeah, sure. So the next one is One Piece Pirate Warriors 3, and that was reviewed by Charlie, and he gave it a 4 out of 5. And he said, quote, One Piece Pirate Warriors 3 is a Musou game in a similar vein to the Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors series. But that should not put you off this title. Sure, the combat can get a little repetitive at times, but if you take the time to learn the combos and have the slightest bit of interest in the One Piece world, then you will find something to like with this game. For those that are new to One Piece like myself, then with all the content featured in the game, it is certainly a great place to start. End quote. So how about you guys? How are you feeling about this one?
I don't know about it. Isn't it the same style as like Dynasty Warriors, where you just got a ton of enemies and you kill them all?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what turns me off about it. So I've avoided it.
I mean, having recently reviewed a Warriors game myself, I can understand how people can see them to be repetitive. Again, it was quite a tiring thing to get through to the end of that game to write the review. You know, it took me a little bit longer than usual for that review because it was just hard to bring myself to play it because it was just so repetitive and so boring at times.
Yeah. Well, Charlie does give it a really good review, though, so...
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe this is the game that I need to play to get into that type of genre. Who knows?
Well, you like a game from that type of genre, Tyler.
I do?
Senran Kagura is a Musou game, technically.
That's true. I do enjoy that. But...
So really, it's really for me just the spin that they put on it. Senran Kagura offered just so many different little storylines and funny things, and different characters that played really differently, and then boobs. That it drew me in. So, like, I mean, it's One Piece. I'm not really into the anime, but it looks interesting, so you never know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, maybe a really low price drop one of these days I'll snag it. But as it stands right now, it'd just be adding to my backlog that I don't need to be adding to much more. So. Well, all right, I'll take the next one. I'm going to be nice to Kyle. He's not going to read any reviews. Take that, Kyle.
Thank you.
So, next up, The Quiet Collection. It was reviewed by Brad. He gave it a 3.8 out of 5, and he says, quote, The Quiet Collection is a bundle of 4 short but charming adventure games. With clever puzzles and an adorable storyline, these games manage to pack a good amount of fun into a very small package. The highly pixelated art might be a turnoff initially, but The Quiet Collection is a game whose beauty is... Well, that's a weird ending. Whose beauty is on the inside. End quote. So yeah, I haven't played any of these. Actually, no. I think I played one of the Quiet games on PSM way back in the day, but I haven't picked this collection up and kind of don't really plan on it. Again, kind of in the same boat with One Piece. It's just going to add to the backlog that I don't really need to be adding to. So, what about you, Liam?
This one's not available in Europe yet. But okay, yes. But yeah, if it does become available in Europe and it's at the right price, I based off the screenshots that I've seen of it alone, I'd definitely be willing to give it a go because it does look really, really interesting. And 4 games in one collection sounds pretty good to me. So yeah, we'll see how it lies with the European release.
Yeah. Kyle, what about you?
Well, I heard that they're all really easy to finish and really quick to finish. So, if there's a lot of trophies and it goes on sale, I'm in.
All right. Now, just if PSM initially had trophies on their games, they might have sold more.
Even if it was like one trophy just for completing a game or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have done good.
Yeah, but we've already talked about that. What are you
I've
saying?
just looked into the Quiet Collection, and there is literally 7 trophies for it. So
7 trophies. Is any of them above a bronze?
there's 2 silvers, 2 golds, and 3 bronze.
Oh, there's gold. 2 golds. I was
All
down for
right.
that.
And
Kyle's
that's just for
sold.
completing 2 of the games.
Oh, there you go.
Well, all right. So the next review, Liam, take it away.
Okay, so the next review is Dungeon Travelers 2, The Royal Library and the Monster Seal, and that was written by our guest writer, Shizuka, and she gave it a 4.5 out of 5, and she says, quote, "Beneath the fan service, there is a truly compelling and engrossing dungeon RPG that rivals Demon Gears and Operation Abyss for the title of best game of this genre for the Vita. It's hard but never unfair. It's fun keeping the gameplay and dynamics always fresh. While I don't recommend it for newcomers, I definitely suggest it for people looking for a fair challenge." End quote. So yeah, seems like she liked this one quite a lot. Even if there's quite a lot of fan service to it, which seems to be a common thing with Vita games at the moment. How about you guys? How are you feeling about this one?
Not interested. Kyle?
I don't know. There's other dungeon crawler games that I need to play first. Maybe down the line.
Well, all right. Check out the full review for more, of course, if you want to get the full gist of what this game's all about. All right, those are all our reviews from this week. Quite a bit of games to check out. And, of course, we're going to head to those new releases to find out some more games to add to the list, possibly. So, for North America, we are only getting one title, and it is free to play. It is Invoker's Tournament. This is a MOBA-style game, so if you're familiar with games like League of Legends or Heroes of the Storm or Dota 2, then there you go. This is its own take on that genre, so that is free. Liam, what are we getting over in that European area?
So this week we're only getting one title as well, and we get X-Blaze Code Embryo, and that's out this Friday, and that will retail for $19.99 in the UK and €29.99 in Europe. I believe this one's been out for a little while over in the US, and I'm pretty sure that we have a review somewhere on the site for this one. So if
We
you're
have a
interested
review for it and its sequel. So yeah, you guys are way behind.
Well, there you go then. Get this one and catch up and ready for the sequel.
All right. So, Liam, have you tried Invoker's Tournament? Because I know it's already out in Europe.
I think I played 5 minutes of the PlayStation 4 version before deciding it wasn't for me. So yeah, if that says anything, yeah, it may not be worth checking out. But if it's free, give it a go. It's got nothing to lose really, other than time.
Right. See, I love MOBAs. They're very entertaining to me, so I'm going to give this one a go and hope that it's decent. Kyle, what about you?
Meh.
It's free.
Meh.
It's multiplayer.
Meh.
You and I can play together.
Meh.
You're mad. Well, all right.
We don't play the games we bought that are good enough. Why would we play some stupid free-to-play game?
I don't know, Kyle. I don't know. We're too busy. Anyways, that's all the new releases.
Although I do think it might be worth mentioning on the new releases that Shovel Knight Plague of Shadows also comes out this week, which is said to be a full-size expansion for Shovel Knight.
So what you're saying is that I'm going to beat Shovel Knight, and then technically I'm not going to be done with the game.
Yes, because the expansion's actually it's actually due
Hey
out, I think,
Liam,
at the
hey
time of it.
Liam, hey
Yeah.
Liam. Way
Hey.
to skip ahead.
Yeah, just ever so slightly.
Well, we'll get to that soon. Liam will actually be talking about it soon. So let's get to that news. First up, UK-based gamers that love to go to gaming events may well have heard of Demombo, but for those of you that haven't, the game is described as a cross between Smash Bros. And Breakout, whilst being not very much like either according to the game's developer, The Dangerous Kitchen. Explained as a fast-paced single-screen action platformer, Demombo has firm roots from a self-confessed love for Smash Bros. And specifically the charging ability. The game features the use of only one button for combat, alongside the direction movement, and depending on how long you hold the button before releasing will allow you to execute either a poke, grant you the ability to spin, as well as allowing you to fire at your opponents. You can see what I mean below, so you wait. Yeah, anyways, the key features of the game are one button action, easy to learn, hard to master gameplay designed to use one action button and a D-pad or keys, multiplayer, roughhouse up to 4 of your friends, enemies in Mambo, loser rail, the feature designed to give you a second chance for those of you not good enough to win, flimsy architecture, breakable environment for reactive gameplay. The Dangerous Kitchen have already confirmed a Vita release with me and whoever wrote this, and they also plan PS4 cross-play. And they have launched a Kickstarter to aid with development of the title, and they are looking to enhance the following for the game. Single-player mode, Demombo is primarily envisioned as a multiplayer game, but the Dangerous Kitchen want to add a single-player adventure described as a classic isometric JRPG where Zelda 2 meets WarioWare. Challenge mode. Following on from the single player, the team want to add a challenge mode stylized as cassettes where all single player challenges can be replayed in multiplayer too. New stages and new modes to offer new and exciting ways to play. King of the Hill, a more hardcore way to play the game. The team are looking for 15,000 euros or pounds, one of those ones, to help finance the game, and as I type this, they have 29 days to go and are already a third of the way there. They have level builder online sharing for levels and online multiplayer slated should they hit additional targets. We will wait. Whoever wrote this will be getting their hands on with Demombo at EGX later this month, so you can feed back more information and wait. So he can feed back more information. And this is confusing to read this way.
I
Anyways,
fucked up. What can I say? I'm not feeling well.
that's all right. I'm struggling, Kyle, and you're probably enjoying it. What do you think of the game so far? Does it look like something you would be interested in? So definitely check the site and comment in the comment section below. Next up, Euro no Kuni may have been delayed for release by 2 weeks, but details have emerged describing a mode that will be playable after the game's completion. The extra scenario mode has Arnoth and her servants taking on more powerful Jo than those she will face in the main story. Arnoth will need to become stronger than before in order to defeat these tough opponents, which she and her servants can do by utilizing the new skills that come with the mode. Yoro no Naikuni releases in Japan on October 1st. Kamen Rider Bat Ride War Genesis has been officially announced by Bandai Namco Entertainment and will release in 2016 for Vita, PS3, and PS4 in Japan. The Kamen Rider series has appeared in Japanese media since 1971 and spans manga, tokusatsu, television, and film, as well as video games. Although there have been various inceptions over the years, the premise centers around a motorcycle riding superhero whose costume resembles a form of insect. Stories often revolve around our hero fighting supervillains known as kaijin. The current games in this video game series fall into the action RPG category with hack and slash gameplay that will be instantly familiar to Dynasty Warrior fans. Genesis will be a follow-up to the Kamen Rider Bat Ride War 2, which was released in 2014. Also revealed was a full list of playable characters featuring a host of familiar names as well as new members to the team. Check it out on the site if you're interested.
Okay, so my first story was one that I sort of jumped ahead with in the new releases, and that is that we recently brought you news on how Shovel Knight's expansion Plague of Shadows protagonist, Plague Knight, differs from Shovel Knight. but there still was no official word from the developer Yacht Club Games on the game's release date. However, that has changed. Yacht Club Games took to their official website to announce that Plague of Shadows will release on September 17th. The expansion is free, meaning you only need the base game to play it, and will release on Vita on the same day as all consoles. If you're excited for the expansion, you can check out its manual early through a link on the post on our site. The manual comes courtesy of the developer. Rice Digital has announced that they'll be bringing a Chibi Heroes edition of BlazBlue Chrono Phantasma Extend to Europe later this year. It's official, Chrono Phantasma Extend will be coming to Europe in a Chibi Heroes edition featuring a 120-page art book, Celisa and Minerva pin badges, a Jubei Premium Chibi plush, and a presentation box thanks to Rice Digital. Available for pre-order now, the game is set to cost $49.99 on Vita, though a release date hasn't been announced yet. Nico Works shows off some gameplay and dropped some information regarding their upcoming release of Super Night Riders, a virtual racing-inspired arcade motorcycle racer. In Super Night Riders, you play as Alice, a beautiful blonde from Germany, known to many as the Red Rider. The goal of the game is to race as far as you can, hitting each checkpoint along the endless track and doing so as many times as you can before the timer hits 0. The cool thing is that with each checkpoint, the time of day and weather shifts. Nico Works has stated that it's their goal to finish Super Night Riders by the end of 2015, and thankfully Vita is among the platforms they're bringing it to. If we've tickled your fancy, a gameplay trailer is available on the site showing some of the gameplay.
Alright, moving on. The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel is scheduled to launch sometime soon in North America, and we now have some information on the editions of the game to be offered. The standard edition of the game will come in at $39.99, while the Lionheart edition has a slightly higher $49.99 price tag. As for what the Lionheart edition will include, aside from the game, we have news that it's the following. An art book containing over 100 pages of art from the game and its 2016 bound sequel, a 1.5-inch pin displaying the emblem of the country of Arabonia, and a custom clamshell type box that will also fit the sequel when it releases next year. The Lionheart edition will be available at select retailers only and will be up for pre-order soon. Next up, 4Gamer introduces us to 2 new heroines, a third teased heroine, and other gameplay details on the upcoming Best Adventure Ever, with Dengeki following with a word here and there as well. First up in Omega Labyrinth news, we have a look at newly revealed characters Marika and Mirai, available on the site. Marika Hikawa, voiced by Yu Kobayashi, is the Student Council Vice President at the Embelier Girls Academy and is considered to be a highly prominent high school figure. Aside from her various positions of power, she comes from a respectable family and is also quite talented, able to handle most things with ease. Upon losing for the first time to Student Council President Mirai, she finds it deep admiration for her superior's ability. A tsundere through and through, she shows her cold side to Aina and her friends, reserving the warm-hearted bits for Mirai and her pet cat. Mirai Shirogami, voiced by Fumiko Uchimara, is the dedicated student council president at Embelier Girls Academy and has achieved her goals through practice and training instead of natural talent. Beautiful and intelligent now, she got help from a student council president when she was young and strives very much to be like them in their everyday life. She also hates Nato, but is currently working on overcoming it. We also get word on a soon-to-be-announced character who is portrayed as a more mature character compared to the ladies we've seen so far. We've seen not only in silhouette, but in the midst of an item appraisal as well, meaning that she'll be in your party and not just a side character. Moving on from characters, we get a look at equipable items, such as bras and panties you can find in the dungeons, though I'm not sure why anyone would be equipping found skivvies. Equipping these found pieces of lingerie increases defense, and pairing certain sets will even add special bonus effects, something that extends the swords and shields as well. Speaking of things you find in the dungeon, you will find various items in the dungeon that need appraisal, and we've got a note for those who love the appraisal system. You can use it in the dungeon. Taking to using the system outside the dungeon will appraise with the default breast size, while doing so inside the dungeon will allow you to use your Omega Power boost in appraisal. Wink wink. We also get note on more great features like the ability to touch the girls whenever you want, including during dungeon scenes, menu screens, conversation, and more. Or how about Ana's Omega Impact Scale, which blows up in the shape of breasts? It's pretty crazy. Omega Labyrinth is set to release in Japan on November 19th. Can you handle it? And next up, Super Meat Boy is set for an October 6th release date according to the PlayStation website. While unconfirmed by Team Meat or Sony, it is interesting to note that the game's release date falls on the first Tuesday of the month, when the free PlayStation Plus games of the month go live. Back in June, when it was first announced that Super Meat Boy was coming to PlayStation Vita, Team Meat revealed the game would be part of the free games for PlayStation Plus members, a way of saying thanks for patiently waiting. Quote, Super Meat Boy is a tough-as-nails platformer where you play as an animated cube of meat who's trying to save his girlfriend, who happens to be made of bandages, from an evil fetus in a jar wearing a tux, end quote. Looks like we'll have to wait for a PlayStation blog post for confirmation of Super Meat Boy's release date, although it seems certain that this date will be when we get our first experience of Team Meat's platformer on the PlayStation Vita.
All right, next up at the Sony Computer Entertainment Japan Tokyo Game Show 2015 press conference, Square Enix revealed the release date for the Minecraft lookalike Dragon Quest Builders, as well as a new trailer. The game is set to launch in Japan on January 28th, 2016, and looks set to include a story based on the trailer shown. Get hype. So definitely check the site and watch that trailer. It looks pretty awesome. Kyle agrees. Next up, Koei Tecmo has announced that a fully fledged sequel to the Digimon to the Demon Slayer hack and slash title Toukiden will be launching on PlayStation Vita in Japan sometime in 2016. Very little is known about Toukiden 2 at present, but the game is said to feature open worlds and new ways to defeat enemies. A trailer shown at the TGS 2015 Sony press conference showed some kind of demon arm coming from a female character latching onto demons. It's early days for the title at the moment, but the game is set to launch in 2016, and we'll be sharing more news as soon as we learn anything on the title. Last week, when we learned that Burning Blood had been trademarked by Bandai Namco Games, and it was postulated, I've never seen that word in my life, that it would...
Postulated, Tyler, postulated.
Alright, I've literally never seen that word in my life. That's a new word. I'll write that down. Just kidding, I won't. Anyways, postulated that it would be the localization of Crow's Burning Edge. Again, this word again. That postulation was a bit off. It was revealed at Sony's TGS 2015 press conference that Burning Blood actually refers to a new One Piece game that will be making its way to PlayStation Vita sometime in 2016. A trailer is available on the site. Given that the trailer is narrated in English, it makes a good sign that the game will also be launching in the West, but make sure to stay tuned to the Vita Lounge as we'll update you if any such confirmation is made.
And another app for the PlayStation Vita is losing support and going away. Sony announced this week that all support for the Facebook app on PlayStation Vita, PlayStation TV, and the PlayStation 3 will be ending in January 2016. The Facebook app now joins YouTube and Maps as applications that have had their support dropped. Of course, both Facebook and YouTube can still be accessed through the Vita via the built-in browser, even if the user experience isn't as smooth. It's also worth noting that the Facebook app was one of the few that made the transition over to the PlayStation TV, but unfortunately its tenure proved to not be that long. To facilitate the shutting down of the app, PlayStation will be removing the app from the PSN store, and it will no longer be able to download effective from yesterday, September 15th. It is still available through the Vita, so if you're desperate to try it out for some reason, download it now before it's too late. At the Tokyo Game Show conference this week, the collaborated effort between Vanilla Soft and Atlas was confirmed with the game 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. There weren't any details about a release date, but the game is headed to the PlayStation Vita and PlayStation 4. The trailer shows off a Japanese school and a city, a few characters and a giant mech, all in a beautiful hand-drawn art style. Check out the trailer on the site if you're curious. No combat is shown, but the moving characters against a static 3D backdrop indicates side-scrolling action gameplay similar to Vanillaware's previous game, Dragon's Crown. Hopefully we'll find out some more details soon, but that's all for now. Also at this week's Tokyo Game Show presentation, Sony announced a new addition to the Gundam Versus series in Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme Versus Force for PlayStation Vita. The game is being published by Bandai Namco, and besides a vague winter release date, no further details were given. We'll of course be keeping an eye on this one for you, so stay tuned.
Alright, last piece of news, guys. A previously announced title by Square Enix, known by the name Saga 2015, was shown at the SCEJA, Sony Computer Entertainment Japan and Asia, Tokyo Game Show conference with its proper name, Saga Scarlet Grace. It is given a 2016 release window, but no further details were given. Hopefully we'll hear more about this title as the Tokyo Game Show continues on for the rest of the week. And if we do hear anything, you'll be hearing about it too. And that's the news, though there are a bunch of new trailers we didn't talk about that might interest you. So don't forget to visit the VitaLounge.net regularly.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Lots of good trailers. Anyways, let's jump into talking points. Kyle, what do we got?
Alright, well, as usual, Tyler, we have announced or released games we're looking forward to from the week. So it looks good, and I'm going to make Liam go first.
Okay, so I quite liked a lot of the announcements that were happening at Tokyo Game Show this week. I was definitely more interested in Dragon Quest Builders than I was when I first heard about that game. It looks absolutely awesome. And the fact that it is going to have more of a story to it really, really grabbed me. Because I didn't think that was going to have a story. I just thought it was going to be Minecraft with a Dragon Quest skin, which it still technically is. But the fact that it has a story in the Dragon Quest universe really is a good sign. Tukiden 2, that also looks pretty great. I liked Tukiden Kiwami when I played that earlier this year, so Tukiden 2 is definitely on my watch list. And also that 13 Sentinels game as well, that looked very, very interesting. So I'll be definitely keeping an eye on that and hoping that that's going to get localized. As for other announcements outside of TGS, I just recently re-downloaded Shovel Knight, ready for the update. Trials of Cold Steel, that's definitely got my interest, and I'm probably going to pre-order that within the next few weeks. And hopefully Super Meat Boy will come out at the beginning of October and be a PlayStation Plus title, because I definitely want to give that a go at some point as well. How about you, Tyler?
Well, I'm excited for this Shovel Knight Plague of Shadows DLC. I'll definitely jump on that since that's what I've been playing a lot of lately, so I've got that Shovel Knight itch going. Trails of Cold Steel, of course, I am ready for that. I am just all about that game. Even though I don't really know much about it, I want it. Dragon Quest Builders as well, yeah, that game looks pretty awesome. I like Minecraft, and if this one has more of a story and whatnot, then that'll probably make me enjoy it more. Tokiden 2, of course, I enjoyed the Tokiden games, but I feel like it needed something more, and if this can expand on what they had, then of course I'll be all over that. Also, where did it go? Did I say Super Meat Boy? I don't think I did. Super Meat Boy looks... I've played it on the Xbox 360 and I hated it. I was terrible at it. But for some reason, the Vita is just like the perfect place for it, so I might give it another shot. And if it's free on Plus, then that will make it that much easier to get mad, and I won't actually be able to throw my Vita because that would be the entire system being thrown. So, like, I could throw my 360 controller, no problem. But this, I gotta be calm, collected.
You're an angry man, Tyler.
Super Meat Boy makes you angry. What about you, Kyle?
Well, it's kind of funny because other than Trails, everything's Japanese this week, so it's hard for me. I'm a little salty. But yeah, so Trails of Cold Steel. I'm looking forward to that. Kind of getting more into it as time goes by, so we'll see how into it I am by the time it gets here and I start playing it. But other than that, the Japanese games that I'm looking forward to are Euro no Naikuni. Um, what else? Omega Labyrinth, Togeden 2. I don't know what this One Piece Burning Blood is because I didn't really get into that, but I'll be looking into that for sure. That 13th Sentinels game, Aegis Rim, looks awesome. I looked at the trailer for that, and like the art style is amazing. I hope the gameplay is as good.
Okay.
So we'll have to see. And I've kind of got my eye on that Saga Scarlet Grace game, though. I'm really not sure what to expect, so it's kind of just like curiosity.
Right.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
it.
Quite a bit of games, fun stuff there. We got actually quite a thing, a bit. Blah, blah, blah. We've got quite a bit of things to talk about in talking points this time. What's up next, Kyle?
Well, next we have PlayStation Store top downloads for August. So, can you read them, Tyler? I don't really
I
feel
sure
like
can.
it.
So, for North America, here is the top 10. We've got first place, Sword Art Online, Hollow Fragment, Resident Evil Revelations 2 taking second, Minecraft in third, Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair in fourth, Danganronpa Trigger, Happy Havoc taking fifth, Disgaea 4, A Promise Revisited, 6th place. Oddworld Stranger's Wrath HD, 7th. Grim Fandango Remastered, 8th. Rogue Legacy, 9th. And Hotline Miami, 10th. For Europe, they do a top 20, so let's get right into it. First place, FIFA 15 Legacy Edition. I don't know what's going on over there. WRC4 FIA World Rally Championship. Second, Uncharted Golden Abyss. Third, Assassin's Creed 3 Liberations. Fourth, Resident Evil Revelations 2. Fifth, Minecraft 6th. Killzone Mercenaries 7th. Asphalt Injection 8th. Unit 13th in ninth place. Batman Arkham Origin Blackgate taking the 10th spot. Mortal Kombat 11th. Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z in 12th. Resistance Burning Skies gets 13th. Injustice Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition 14th. Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment 15th. Street Fighter X Tekken 16th. Persona 4 Golden 17th. Steins Gate 18th. Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc 19th. And GTA Liberty City Stories, a PSP game, taking that 20th spot. So, some interesting things going on here. Liam, what is happening in Europe?
Well, basically, Europe loves a bit of FIFA. It's soccer, as you guys call it, it's our main sport. So, I think it was, price cut over the last month as well. So that could explain why it's still in number one. Which is a shame because I still don't technically like the fact of what EA did with the FIFA games on Vita. So the fact that it's still selling just claims that really people will buy anything, to be honest. um, as for the rest of the list, Resident Evil Revelations 2 debuted 5th, which seems quite strange for me. I thought that would have done so much better given how it was like the first so-called AAA title for the Vita in quite a while, and it just kind of didn't make it to the top of the list, which was upsetting. And as for the bottom half of the list, Steins Gate didn't do so good at the start, I guess, which is really a shame because that game is awesome and a lot more people should be playing Steins Gate.
Did it come out in August over there?
I think it was June or July, actually. So this is the first time it's really hitting the list, and that was after a price cut as well.
Yeah.
So it seems a bit strange, unfortunately.
Maybe all of its main sales were on its launch weeks.
Yeah, and perhaps physical.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting it. So yay for North America.
Yay!
Yeah, Kyle. What about you? Anything pop out at you?
Well, yeah, I definitely think that FIFA 15 making the top list, even with the price cut, is a little odd. But that can be forgiven, I guess. Asphalt Injection. Not that I have anything against the game, but I think that was a launch game, if I'm not mistaken.
Pretty
It's
It
kind of
sure,
was,
right?
weird
yeah.
that it made it that high on the list. So, yeah. Um, and I like that it's like almost an entire um, Vita list for Europe this time. They don't have so many PSP games mixed in, so that was kind of unusual considering the recent months.
Yeah.
But yeah, I expected Resident Evil to get higher than it did, and I'm surprised that Sword Art Online got number one in North America again. But I'm
That makes
happy,
me really
so
happy.
I'm cool.
That makes me really happy to see Sword Art Online at the top of the North American list because it is such an awesome game and such an awesome franchise.
Yeah.
I am in love with Sword Art Online right now to the point where I've started buying the books and the manga. It's getting bad over here,
Oh
guys.
man. Well, all right. I think it's kind of interesting having the two Danganronpa games on there with not Goodbye Despair, Ultra Despair Girls coming out. It seems like people wanted to jump on that and beat those games before they started playing Ultra Despair Girls, which is pretty awesome. Those are great games. So I'm
Indeed.
glad to see those selling well again. So yeah, there you go. Those are the top downloads for August 2015. What do we got next, Kyle?
All right. Sad news and sad thing to talk about.
So let's skip
Gravity
it.
Rush 2 is PlayStation 4 only, Tyler.
They really know how to tear away my heart.
Uh,
Oh man.
uh,
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 I
they
really.
took it in our game away, Tyler.
Oh. All right, let's unfold this news here.
All
Oh, dude.
right.
Okay, sorry. That was just. It was too good. It was too good.
All
Uh,
right.
being
So,
serious now.
if you guys haven't heard, which I'm sure you have, but maybe somebody listening
Burr.
hasn't, um, Gravity Rush Remaster was announced for PlayStation 4, and so is Gravity Rush 2, but no Vita. So that's what happened at TGS. We kind of got boned, and a lot of people kind of saw it coming. I didn't think that we were going to get, the shaft that hard. Gravity Rush kind of. Well, actually, it wasn't born on Vita, but it was designed for Vita in the end. And I'm surprised that they're kind of, oh well, fuck you guys, just like totally shafting us on even a toned down, version of the game. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yesterday, TGS stood for totally getting screwed.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's frustrating. See, this one's a whole different story with like the jokes about Tearaway Unfolded and whatnot. Like Tearaway Unfolded is basically the same thing. It's just on the PS4 now with a different name. Whereas Gravity Rush 2 is a sequel that I feel like we deserve to have on the Vita. And it's so frustrating because I want it so bad, but I just am not the biggest PlayStation 4 gamer. Like Bloodborne is really the only game that's grabbed my attention so much that I had to play that game nonstop.
expansion coming soon, Tyler.
Oh yeah, I'll be all over that. But anyways, so the next game that's gonna get me back into PS4 is gonna be Persona 5 and Gravity Rush 2. I mean, it's very tempting, like very tempting for me, but damn, do I want that just on the Vita? Like, I don't know if I really don't know. I'm so bitter about it right now. Like when I saw that popping up on Twitter and everything, because I wasn't able to watch the live stream when it all happened. I was just like, oh man, well, that sucks. So yeah, tough news.
Yeah. I mean, there was all the rumors about remastered earlier in the year, and I just kind of accepted them. Like, I just thought the way Sony's treating the Vita, it was inevitable that was going to happen. But I was just taking it as rumors at the time. But then when it was announced for real yesterday, it kind of hurt more than it ever did seeing the rumors for the first time. It was like they're really going for it. They're really going to go there and kind of screw us over.
Yep.
So it wasn't the best kind of announcement that I could have asked for. But I mean, at the same time, Gravity Rush was a great game. And if the PS4 is really what the series needs to move forward and, keep it going, then I guess, business decisions have to be made. And hey, but at least we're going to get Gravity Rush too. That's all I'm going to say. At least we can
Yeah,
continue the story.
that's true. It's a weird position and feeling to be in, because like with I'm not the biggest Uncharted fan, but I guess this is a little different because it's going from console to console. But like Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, are all on PS3, and then you're getting the next Uncharted on PS4. It's not like everyone on PS3 is crying that it's not coming to PS3. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird feeling. So
Which actually ties in with one thing I want to discuss on this whole subject. And this is kind of crazy, but since the Vita's losing exclusives like hotcakes at the minute, I genuinely think that we may see Uncharted Golden Abyss come to the PlayStation 4 next, either as a digital title or as uh, added on as a patch for the Nathan Drake collection when that comes out. I genuinely think that it stays as a PlayStation 4 exclusive and numbered.
you
As a
know,
PlayStation Vita exclusive, sorry.
yeah, I could see that. You know what they should do? This would be awesome, but of course it wouldn't happen because they'd piss a lot of people off. But they just need to make like a bundle. Now, hear me out before you get all weirded out by what I'm saying. They need to have Gravity Rush. They need to have Uncharted Golden Abyss. They need to have Killzone Mercenary, and they need to have Tearaway, and just be like the Vita collection on PS4. And then right when you buy it, you turn it on. It's like you should have fucking bought a Vita, and that's all the game is.
Yeah, that would definitely be quite upsetting for some people paying $60 for a disc, thinking they're going to get 4 games and then.
Oh, it'd be great. I would cry. I would high five everyone that had worked on that for Sony. I'd be like, yes, you guys get it.
One guy.
Anyways, yeah, it's sad news. Kyle, I'm sure we talked a lot about it, but is there anything you wanted to say about this?
Yeah, well, all right. Well, I'll add this. I'm actually so salty at this whole debacle that for the first time since I've had a card bigger than I think 4 gigabytes, I deleted Gravity Rush from my Vita today.
Ooh.
So that was the game that, like so many others that I've completed to my entire satisfaction, yeah, really liked. Every once in a while, I come back to it and I just fly around and, do my Gravity Rush thing. Now, I don't even want to see it on there. So
Yeah, that's
it's harsh, and I want to note that if I do get Gravity Rush 2, which I haven't decided yet, because I'm salty, Tyler. If you haven't been able to tell.
oh, I am too.
If I do get it for PS4, I will be playing it solely via remote play as a fuck you. Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing is like Gravity or not Gravity Rush. Cat, she feels like almost a mascot to the Vita. Like when you see Cat, you think of the Vita.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's just like, well, damn you, PS4!
I mean, when the Vita was first announced, and that they announced Project Gravity or Gravity Days because it was known as two different titles before the Western title of Gravity Rush, that was the one game where I thought, yeah, that's exactly the kind of game I want to see on Vita. That game for me was one of the reasons I mainly bought my Vita, and I bought Gravity Rush on launch day, and I loved it. But I was always going to be like, yeah, I'm always going to associate this game and this franchise with Vita. But obviously, that's not going to happen now. It's really upsetting, to be honest.
Yeah, and it goes back to like what you were saying, where this is going to keep the franchise alive. Then I guess it's okay, but again, just that salty feeling that we're all feeling right now. It's real.
Yeah,
Real salty.
very, very salty.
Ah, but hey, we've got tons of other games to play and enjoy and just be happy about, I guess, right?
Yep.
All right, I think that's all we really need to talk about that. You guys agree? Unless you want to throw something else out there?
Absolutely, I think we're good.
Yeah, let's get that
Yeah, we're good.
salty taste out of our mouths. Anyways, next up here, we've got this Extra Life thing. Now, if you were around last year, you may have heard Kyle and I did a 24-hour live stream. I think it was sometime in October. This one's actually going to be in November. I got to figure out the date exactly. But anyways, we basically play Vita games for 24 hours. We prefer the multiplayer games so we can actually be entertained with you guys and ourselves just killing each other on Killzone Mercenary, racing each other, Need for Speed, having a blast. So anyways, we do that for 24 hours and we accept donations that get donated straight to a children's hospital. So it's helping out people that are in need. So it's very beneficial for them, and we're just playing video games, so why the hell not, right? So that, I believe, is the first weekend of November. Again, I'll have to check that out and get all of that figured out. We'll be having a schedule going up pretty soon, so you can see all the games that we'll be playing and at what times. So if you are wanting to join in and just have some fun, you can see exactly what we'll be playing at what time and all that fun stuff. So yeah, look out for that. You can also make your own account and join our team. If you go to extralife. Or I think it's extra-life.org, you can sign up for your own account and you can join our team. Our team is just going to be called the Vita Lounge, so just search the Vita Lounge and join the team and help us get money for these children's hospitals. So there you go. We'll probably talk more about it soon, especially as it gets closer to the day that we will be doing that. So just wanted to let you guys know what's going on and all that fun stuff. So yeah. You excited, Kyle?
Of course, I'm excited, Tyler. I may not sound it, but I seriously, honestly am.
Well, last year I got sick, so hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah, hopefully this is gone long before then.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's in November, so I think you've got plenty of time to get better. But you never know.
I don't know, Tyler. I got this pain in the ass named Tyler that I'm always talking to, and he just makes me sick.
Well, all right then, you jerk. Let's move it along. We've got listener mail now. So, Liam, I'm going to make you take this question because it's weird reading my name and Kyle's name when, I don't know, it's just weird. Go ahead, Liam, take it away.
Okay, so the first listener mail, it starts, "Hey, Mr. Altov and Mr. Wakeling. This is not gaming related, but do you have any special plans for episode 100 for the Vita Cast in store for us listeners? It's so awesome that this cast will be hitting the magic 100 this year, considering the Vita is such a niche gaming handheld. Great job there, guys. Your regular listener, Jan. P.S. By the way, there is another band jam attached to this email. Our bassist and myself on the drums. Also the barking sounds. We were pretty drunk that evening, but it was as nice and jolly band rehearsal that day after all."
Well, episode 100. Kyle and I are going to get really drunk and just talk shit about Sony's decisions. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we are going to record, I think, on a weekend, and we're going to live stream it, and it's going to be a little different setup. Like, we're going to do a lot of stuff that we normally do, but like I think we're cutting out the news completely, right, Kyle?
Yeah, since we're gonna do it like on a weekend, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna skip the news completely and just have news on the regular podcast day. So we'll still have the regular podcast those weeks, but this one will just be like an added one in between that we'll, do for awesomeness instead of for informativeness.
Yeah. So yeah, that I think is actually also in November. It might be like right around the same time that we're doing Extra Life, so that's going to be entertaining.
I just looked at it, and it looks like it's going to fall on the first weekend in November.
which is also Kyle's birthday weekend, right?
Yep.
Oh man, it's a party.
Oh,
It is gonna be a
Yes, it
party.
is.
So yeah, we'll definitely figure out the exact date that that's gonna be, and it's definitely gonna be on a weekend because I am free on the weekends, and we want to do it like midday. I think that way people are awake because right now we're recording at 2 in the morning my time. So yeah, that way people can join in the stream and chat with us and ask us live questions, and we can just have a good old chat about whatever the hell we want. It's episode 100. We're gonna have fun. So
and
yeah,
also, I have every intention of attending episode 100 myself as well, so I really want to be around for that. So,
dude.
yeah.
And yeah, we'll try to get other people from the site as well
Oh,
to
yes,
hop in
definitely.
and yell at us for whatever. So yeah. What else? Oh yeah, the song that you sent. I listened to parts of it. It sounds very chill and like a jam session. I will include that at the end of the podcast so people can actually hear what we're talking about. So thanks for sending that, buddy. Yeah, that pretty much answers that. Kyle doesn't really need to go over episode 100 again because I just pretty much said all of that. So thank you, Jen, for your email. The next question here is from Marcos Codas at Marcos Codas, and he says best Vita games to play when in hospital with IVs, so one-handed. Liam, what are your one-handed games?
Um, I'm gonna go with something a bit more relaxed, something that doesn't require too much handwork. So I'm gonna say any kind of visual novel. Probably something like Steins Gate or Amnesia Memories. Those would be perfect games for it because it doesn't require too much input, and you can just read through the story, and then you just have to tap the screen when you need to make your decisions. So you don't really have to use your reactions with both hands and use your analog sticks and that kind of thing. So I would go for either Steins Gate or Amnesia Memories or X-Blaze, anything like that. How about you, Tyler?
It's a pretty good choice. That's actually what I was going to say is visual novels are definitely the one. But if you're a true gamer, you're going to play Killzone Mercenary and just be like, YOLO.
Okay, Tyler.
I'm totally kidding anyways. That'd be difficult. So yeah. Kyle, I'm assuming you're going to say visual novels as well.
Well, yes and no. Visual novels, but I also had kind of another idea. Most puzzle games are able to be played with kind of one hand. Um, Not necessarily in the technical sense where you're holding it properly, but if you actually set your Vita down and, just use kind of the front controls, most games like Tetris and stuff like that, you can play with one hand. So
Yeah.
if you're creative enough, you can get away with a lot of things. And if you're really dexterous, you can get away with Killzone because I've done it.
Well, all right. There you go. Hopefully you're all right in the hospital, by the way.
Yes, hopefully you're all right and get better
Yes.
if you're not all right soon.
Best of luck, dude.
But I like where your mind is set. Vita first.
Yeah. Dedication.
Well, all right. Next thing we've got here, it's Guess That Game, and if you are unfamiliar, Guess That Game is where I read off ESRB rating descriptions for games that are on Vita, and it is Kyle and Liam's job to guess that game. The first person to yell out the name of the game gets a point. First person to 2 points wins the game point. Right now, it is Kyle 5, Liam 3, so this is a perfect opportunity for Liam to catch right up. I believe Liam won last time he was on the show, so Kyle's got something to prove, but he is 6, so I feel like Liam has a slight advantage today.
Ooh, very possibly.
I'm sure
Take this.
Liam's totally okay with that.
Using illness to my advantage sounds pretty grim, to be honest.
Well, all right. I'm going to give you guys some tips here. The first game has not released yet. Same with the second game. So those are the only hints that I'm giving you guys.
All right.
So just keep that in mind. Both games have not come out yet. Anyways, the first game, here we go. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is an action platformer in which players assume the role of Beck, an android.
Mighty Number 9.
Boom. Kyle doesn't even sound like he's sick at all. Look
Wow.
at him go.
My brain's still working. My body's just really lethargic.
Well, all right. I feel like Kyle has the advantage on this second game, so I kind of feel bad. I might read the third game actually now just to see. Yep,
Do what you gotta do, Tyler.
I'm gonna do that. I'm reading the third game, so this game is out already. Just a tip, okay?
Okay.
All right. This is an action-adventure game in which players assume the role of a woman on a quest to uncover the secrets of her past. As players,
Amnesia Memories.
no.
No.
As players manipulate gravity to traverse through fantastical
Gravity
environments.
Rush.
Yep.
Damn.
Look at that. Kyle took it.
There you go.
I decided to do Gravity Rush just because it was...
Topical.
Yeah. Look at that. Tyler being topical. Topical Tyler. All right. All right. Kyle's at 6. It is now 6-3. Good job, Kyle. Sick and everything.
Yes.
All right.
I
Sorry,
have to hold up my honor, Tyler. This is important to me.
Yeah. Well, now that Liam lost, he gets to do the check this out. So, Liam, what are we going to be checking out?
Well, to keep things on topic, go buy Gravity Rush on Vita. Don't bother with the PlayStation 4 version. Go buy it on Vita. Play it on Vita. You can pick it up for it's around £12 in the UK, so it'll be around $20 in the US, I imagine. And at that price, it's an absolute bargain. It's a fantastic game, and it truly is one of the best games on Vita. So yeah, go buy Gravity Rush
Yes,
if you
do
haven't
it.
got it already.
And there should be a trial too, so if you really still are unsure, you should definitely give it a shot. Well, all right, threads to look out for this week. Review a game in 5 words. What's this all about, Kyle?
All right, so one of our newest but very active members, Sony, not the actual Sony, but this guy's name's Sony, he created a new thread, which is called Review a Game in 5 Words. Basically, you pick any game. It doesn't have to be a Vita game, although it's in the Vita games form, so it'd probably be preferable if you picked a Vita game, and review it in 5 words. So to start off, they reviewed Gravity Rush and say it's innovative without compromising beauty, although I'd have to disagree with that now that we've seen what's happening. That's just an example. There's quite a few others that have been added, but feel free to add your own and feel free to do games that have already done because everyone has their own opinion, I guess.
Of course. Well, all right. Definitely check that out. And that is all we've got for episode 93. You guys want to get out of here?
Yes.
Kyle needs some rest.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. If you've got listener mail or comments, contact us via media services at thevitalounge.net. You can find everything we talked about at thevitalounge.net. News, reviews, feature articles, store updates, podcast, a community forum, and a magazine, both digital and physical. You can support the site and get physical copies of the magazine via patreon.com/thevitalounge. We're all on Twitter at The Vita Lounge. I'm at Mr. PSVita Reviews. Kyle is at Teflon Tactics. Liam is at Liam Hangover. We're also on Facebook. Just search The Vita Lounge. Also on YouTube, youtube.com/loungeplay. This podcast is available on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, YouTube, and via direct download on the site. So there you go, episode 93. Gravity Rush, why? Sony, why? Why'd you do it? We're out of here.
No, cat, no!
No!